I have a little bit in store for you. Sorry, it's a bit like chaotic at the moment. We're just trying to figure it all out because I think this is like the perfect kind of view of the kitchen right now. So we're gonna try and go with it. But then I like that look. It's not bad, but I wish it wasn't cut how it is. Like I really wish it was better done. Like even the wallpaper is like, ew. So tonight what I have planned for you guys is we're gonna do some more like baking stuff because as you guys might know, I was a professional baker before I was a full-time streamer, and some of you knew that when I was kind of starting out streaming I was also baking. I had my own business and stuff. Where you're standing, the top half of your face is cut off. Okay. Is that better? Yeah, like basically when I first started streaming, I was a professional baker. I was working full time. I was streaming also like maybe 3 or 4 days a week. I had my own business. It was pretty hectic. So I'm kind of giving you guys the lowdown of kind of like my life when I first started streaming and kind of my ideas of baking. So like when I first started baking, that would explain the scale. Then yeah, I have this gigantic scale because I used to use it while I was doing my own business. I will look at your kitchen looks too clean. Do you even cook every day? Everyday escape. You guys are up there by the way, so if I do look up, it's just because all your comments are up there, and I do want to touch on most of your comments and questions and all that. So feel free to ask questions because I really think that some people who might not know how to cook or might not know how to do something, if you guys have questions, it's better to ask than to be quiet. So ask away. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying, when I first started streaming, that baking was way more of it. Like it was such a huge thing in my life. I didn't actually think streaming was going to take off how it did. So it was kind of a surprise for me as well. And but I still love baking. I still love cooking. I cook every single day. There is not a day where I don't cook. And I think in this kind of day and age, people rely on so many things, and like quarantine as well. Like at the moment we're going into like a stage 3 restrictions. So in Australia you can't go out unless you're like doing like 4 main things basically. So getting food, like going and doing some exercise, but you can't have more than yourself and somebody else. There are 2 other ones which I don't go out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Work I think is one of them, and then there's another one, but like I think it's really important that we kind of know our basics, and I'm super passionate about baking. Like baking bread has been such a huge part of my life for a long time. I really want eventually to have my own homestead and where I can grow all my food. I can bake all the stuff I want. I want like a wood fire oven. Like it's such a romanticism idea, or a romantic idea that that I'm really excited about. And I think why not start it here in my shitty ass kitchen because this is the most hideous shitty fucking kitchen I think we've ever had in a rental. Like this oven is complete trash. The whole freaking kitchen is like falling apart. We've got the cupboards that don't even close, hot plates that just fucking keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter until they just turn, like they glow red and stuff. Like it's ridiculous. So it's scary, yeah. Oh no, relax, Vic, don't worry about it. Chill, we'll listen to the sounds of the oil bubbling. We'll you know, look at some bread. I'll talk to you about bread and how to get started if you guys are interested. Don't even worry, I know it's scary at the moment, but stay indoors, stay where it's comfortable, cozy on up. try and like think of other things, I guess. So this one is an electric stove. I have always had gas stoves, but this one in particular is an electric stove. The oven itself has a hot spot in this corner, so whenever I bake something, anything in this corner will burn basically before everything else. So it's about how to figure out where your hot spots are. You know, we'll be going through a lot of this kind of stuff. You know, I really want to touch base on a lot of the kind of technical things that you don't necessarily know about, that you'll learn along the way, especially with baking. Like, you learn a lot of this stuff when you bake that you don't necessarily know as a home cook. And then sometimes you pull things out and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, why did this muffin burn and this one is like almost raw? Like, you know, these are things that you kind of like learn over time. So, Mel, are you like 5'3"? I'm actually like, I think around about that. So I think I'm like 5'4" or something. My dad was 5'3", so he's a very short man. Oh, hey Justin, how are you? Just need adjusting, I think. This is me standing upright. But yeah, to talk to you guys, I'm happy to like stand down a little bit or like kind of crouch. Using them in real life skills. I mean, I'm attempting to because, like I was saying, it's something that I love making bread, and I miss doing it quite a bit. So I just don't miss the environments at all. Like the bakeries that I've worked for, I don't even miss them. I can see myself working for myself as a baker and making my own bread, but I don't know if I would ever go back to working in hospitality. As long as you're comfortable. Oh yeah, I am. I always turn the stove on to 6 and burn the heretics. I got zero patience. I mean, I do pump this oven because the door actually is a jar. So I do usually put the oven up quite high. I think I generally have it on about between 200 and 250 degrees Celsius. When you're making bread, you need to be able to put your oven up to approximately 250. So just to kind of get the oven pumping, because you need a hot oven. So it's really important that you can actually get up to the highest temperature possible, which is about 250 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit, I think it's like, I'm just trying to think of maybe 300 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I have to double check that though. I will double check. Because my brain is like, oh, how do I work out Fahrenheit again? Dude, David, thank you so much for the host. Woo! Hi, Fluffy Chef. We get to see Mel's full body almost. What is such a rare occasion on Twitch. I know, look at my body. It's kind of hard when I'm kind of like, Making your own bread is like the easiest form of cooking. It is so easy. Like, people think it's really difficult being a pastry chef, and being a baker, like a bread baker, is quite different. Being a baker, you kind of just, once you've felt the dough, like, you've got to squish the dough like a shitload. You got to feel it, you got to taste it, you got to, you know in the end what it is meant to be, what it's meant to look like. And it is so easy. You can change things. You can add more water, you can take out water, you can add more flour, you can take out flour. There are so many things that you can do. It's so much easier than pastries, in my own experience. Like, when I first started baking as an apprentice, I thought, oh shit, this is going to be so difficult, but it is really not. It's all about just kind of experimenting. You stick to the main basic formulas if you're working for a business, but honestly at home it's really not. It's not a huge deal. It's pretty relaxing.